After 20 years of marriage, after 2 children, after breakups, McCupstry and public promises, Pink and Carey Hart have separated again. And this time insiders say it may be final. The couple who once said love is a lifetime of coming back to the table have quietly stepped away from that table. So what really happened? Was this sudden? Or were the warning signs there all along? Tonight we break down their love story, their struggles, and the moment fans started noticing something wasn't right. Because sometimes even the strongest love stories have an ending. It all started in 2001. They met at the Summer the 10th Games in Philadelphia. She was already becoming a global pop star. He was a fearless motocross racer. Two completely different worlds, and yet they clicked. They dated on and off for 4 years. Then in 2005, Carey did something unexpected. He proposed, not in private, not at dinner. He held up a sign during one of his races. And in January 2006, they married in Costa Rica. At the time, fans believed this was forever. But only 2 years later, everything cracked. In 2008, they separated. It was public. It was painful. And it inspired some of Pink's biggest hits, So What, Please Don't Leave Me. She turned heartbreak into music, but here's what made their story different. They didn't attack each other. They didn't create scandal. Instead, they went to therapy. And in 2009, they reconciled. Carey later said, "Sometimes you have to take a couple of steps backward to move forward." And they did. They rebuilt. They welcomed their daughter Willow in 2011, their son Jameson in 2016, and for over a decade they looked stronger than ever. But behind the scenes, Pink was always honest. Marriage, she said, was awful, wonderful, comfort and rage. That wasn't a fairy tale, that was work. In interviews over the years, Pink never pretended things were perfect. She admitted they did, couples counseling, individual therapy, long conversations after fights. She once said, "It's easier to jump from relationship to relationship than fix yourself." That line hits differently now. In January 2024, while celebrating their 18th anniversary, Pink admitted something shocking. "We almost didn't make it to this one." Fans thought that was the hard part, but it was in single quotes because just months later, subtle signs began appearing. On December 31st, Pink posted something unusual. She was in the hospital waiting for neck surgery. Her family, they were snowboarding. She wrote, "I am leaving behind all of my hurt." She mentioned saying goodbye to important people. She mentioned devastation, nightmares. At the time, fans thought she meant friends or career struggles. Now, it reads differently. Sources now confirm the couple have separated again, and representatives have not commented. Silence can say a lot. Here's what makes this story complex. They have broken up before, they have rebuilt before, they have said we're done before, but this time feels different. Because 20 years is not just a relationship. It's a life built together. 2 children, shared history, shared trauma, shared growth, and Pink once said, "We don't need each other. We choose each other." The question now is, did they stop choosing? Willow is now 14, Jameson is 8. Pink has always been vocal about not wanting to repeat her own childhood experience of a broken family. She once said, "I don't want to break up my family. That's been my main goal." So if this decision happened, it wasn't impulsive. It was considered. It was probably painful, and maybe it was mutual. This story is still developing. No official statement. No public drama. No accusations. Just distance. And sometimes distance speaks louder than headlines. Could they reconcile again? History says yes, but time says maybe not. Because people evolve. And sometimes they evolve in different directions. 20 years. To separations. Countless rebuilds. Pink and Carey Hart's love story was never simple. It was stubborn, it was real, it was imperfect, and maybe that's why fans related to it so deeply. Whatever happens next, their story changed how people see long-term love, not as perfection but as persistence. And sometimes, even persistence runs out of road. ***.